Hi guys, I'm Shmee and today I'm at the McLaren Technology Centre, the factory of McLaren, to continue the road to 675 LT series. And today I'm going to be going inside and taking a look at a McLaren 675 LT and running over the specifications. So I'm going to let you know all about my colour choices, my options, and we'll run through it and take a look around. So let's head inside. I'm here in the Experience Centre at McLaren then, and I'm joined by Paul McSweeney, the product manager of the Super Series. Thank you very much for coming along today.
Pleasure.
You might remember that I shot a video at the Geneva Motor Show with Paul about the 675 LT, running over the whole car and all the differences with 650S. And at that time, we both knew I had ordered one, but we were keeping that secret from you guys. But today, we're going to take a look at it in a little bit more detail. So,
Certainly are. Let's have a look.
the very first thing I'm going to talk about then is the colour that I have chosen. And this is the one that everybody has been asking throughout the content I've been posting on the 675, all the way through the drives, every single picture everybody wanted to know. So you might remember a year and a half ago or so, I had my McLaren 12C wrapped in light blue, a metallic light blue, and it was a colour I absolutely loved. I set the logo and intro on the video and everything to that colour. It's always sort of been my thing, even from back in the day when I had a V8 Vantage in light blue. Well, that year I attended Pure McLaren at Spa, and at Pure McLaren I stumbled into a P1. Now, the P1 was painted in MSO's Cerulean Blue, so an exclusive bespoke colour created by McLaren Special Operations. Now, I fell in love with that colour immediately. As you can see, it looked very similar to the 12C, but it was later in the year when I was at Pebble Beach in California at the Concours d'Elegance where McLaren Special Operations presented a 650S Spider. That car again was finished in Cerulean Blue. And a friend of mine posted up a picture online joking that that was my car, but it was that day I decided when I was to order another McLaren, I was going to have it in that colour. Cerulean blue being a sort of representation of a sky blue kind of colour. Quite literally, the word ceruleum in Latin is the Latin word for heaven. So cerulean blue, that is the colour my 675 LT is going to be painted in. Let's kick off with the visual options on the car. So the carbon fibre and different sections. What's standard? What's an option?
So standard is visual carbon fibre front splitter, the side skirts, and the 3 blades that you can see at the bottom of the rear bumper there, the middle one there containing the reversing lamp. So that's standard in visual carbon fibre. Then the option is to, if you like, grow carbon fibre up the car. So this car's showing the full carbon fibre rear bumper centre.
Okay.
Then moving down the side of the car, you've got a visual carbon fibre side intake, lower side intake, which is a new feature on the 675 LT to cope with the extra cooling requirements on the car. Then you have carbon fibre mirror caps as an option, and then a nice feature at the front of the car are these carbon fibre end plates. So those are a standard in body colour, as all the other items. So it's standard in body colour, these end plates, and they guide the air down the side of the car, keep it nice and clean as it's fed into those side intakes.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's a pack for the lower carbon fibre sections.
Yes. So the pack that you're after is the exterior upgrade pack, exterior carbon fibre upgrade pack, which includes the end plates, the lower side intake, and the rear bumper centre, all in one, if you like. So you've got a slightly more complete offer of carbon fibre there with just one choice, if you like, on the order form.
Right, and to me that's an absolute no-brainer. I love the look of carbon fibre, especially the satin finish that the LT has.
Yeah, I mean that's particular to the LT, that allows you to, or the lacquer is such that you're able to see a little bit more of the weave and a little bit more of a sort of a slightly iridescent effect on the weave, so it's a very attractive option. Yeah.
And I think it will go quite nicely against the bright metallic blue paint as well. I'm quite looking forward to that combination.
Yes.
The MSO 650 Spider that was at Pebble last year had satin carbon from MSO, and I thought that contrast was a fantastic look. Yeah. So visually we also have the wheels.
Yeah, so this car is sporting the standard ultra lightweight 10-spoke wheel. That's the lightest wheel and tyre set we've ever done on a road-going McLaren. That's the standard design, as I say. There's an optional, still super lightweight alloy wheel design, which was shown, if you can remember, in Geneva, there was a kind of a second 675 LT in white that had the optional wheel design on. It's a 5-spoke, slightly more open, elegant, slightly less, I suppose, technical looking wheel design.
I'm a very big fan of this design. It's sort of the P1 design, but even better. It's such a fantastic wheel design, yes. But I think to match in with the carbon, I'll be going with the stealth finish, making them sort of the darker colour, which I think will look quite nice in the whole package. And then you have the brake calipers too. Yeah,
so we've 5 what we're calling sort of hero specs, or recommended by McLaren, colour and trim specifications for the car. This one is one of them. So we're talking chicane exterior paint, McLaren orange brake calipers, and then moving inside with the McLaren orange around the top of the seat and McLaren orange contrast stitch. So that's one fixed look. There are 4 others based around a new red colour, Delta red, a new Napier green colour, and a specification linked to that, and a new white and a new black.
Okay. I think my 650S had the polished caliper look.
Yes.
Which I think sort of stands out quite nicely without being... I think if I went McLaren orange, it would be a bit bold against the blue.
Yes.
Although it would match the logo on the side plate.
It would match the logo on the side plate, and you could also... A lot of customers pick up the detail of the brake caliper with perhaps a contrast stitch colour, which is...
Yes, I'm going to get to that a little bit further on, what I'm going to do on the stitching front. But I think I'll go with the polished calipers because the silver look, I think, will go quite nicely against the stealth wheels and the carbon and the blue body colour.
Indeed, yeah. So
shall we move to the interior? We covered off the exterior.
We have the final option on the exterior is a big option, if you like. It's the Club Sport Professional pack, which is linked to 4 exterior colours: chicane, onyx black, titanium silver, and supernova silver. Those 4 colours, those 4 exterior colours, it's basically a single pack that gets you every single visual carbon fibre option available on the car, including carbon fibre wheel arches, and exclusive to the pack as well, you get a visual carbon fibre air brake.
Okay, but that also brings some interior options as well, doesn't it?
That also brings the Club Sport pack.
Okay, shall we get to that now, or should we open up the car?
Let's open up the car. Yeah. So the Club Sport pack is included within the Club Sport Professional pack, but is available on its own, and that includes a titanium roll hoop, which is a very, very light material, first time usage for titanium for a roll hoop, in the industry. It's very light and very strong. The roll hoop weighs only about 4 kilos, which is roughly about half the weight of its equivalent in steel. And then it adds as well a 4-point racing harness and a fire extinguisher for the sort of dedicated track day enthusiast.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm planning more to be a sort of road car, so I want to use it for adventures. I definitely want to do track days, but with the combination of the bucket seats already and the whole setup of the car, I think I'm not going to be short of sort of normal track day excitement. No, but I'd rather have the rear parcel shelf.
Okey-doke.
Which, if I'm right, if you put the Club Sport pack in, the roll bars,
difficult to access.
It's going to take that away, and so I'll keep it without. So what else do we have on the interior?
So on the interior of this car, we have optional floor mats. Shouldn't forget those. But you also have the 10-speaker stereo, a unique development for the 675 LT 10-speaker Meridian hi-fi upgrade. That's indicated that you've got the upgrade by the domed central speaker there.
Right.
That indicates an extra tweeter there in the front.
So it's 10 speakers over the standard, which is
4. Okay. Standard is 4. On a 650, you can upgrade to a 7-speaker system. 675, you can upgrade to a 10-speaker system. So this has got the 10-speaker system.
And that has extra tweeters in the side panels, doesn't it?
Yeah, so there's extra speakers in these side panels where the heating and ventilation controls have gone from to save weight. And then you also have extra speaker and tweeter in that central pod there. So extra 1, extra 2, and then there's the one in the centre making up for the to the 10.
So the thing that's particularly exciting to me is the track telemetry pack.
Yeah, so the track telemetry pack, this car is fitted with that, together with the track cameras. So it is an exterior option, the track cameras obviously, but it's not necessarily, it's a visual. So this car, so the app itself, there's no data as such loaded on the app. The car will learn the track or learn the hill climb route that you're on, and then you can track your lap time, your sector time, your speed, measure it against yourself or other people you know that have this app too in their car.
Fortunately, I was given a demonstration of that at the press drive day.
You were.
Fantastic kit, and I think you get the excuse me, you get the 3 cameras, don't you? The one mounted in the headliner.
You do.
That catches.
So the app is standard fit in the car, but then the track cameras are the option. So there's one in the front bumper in the centre, one in the headlining, as you say, and a third one in the rear bumper. So you choose your view before your drive.
Yeah. So what else do we have on the interior? Colours, of course, I'm going to actually explain that shortly. It's going to be based around the black alcantara.
So you can have a full leather interior in the car, or a completely full alcantara interior for the car. You can also choose, if you so wish, the more comfort-orientated seat design
Definitely
for a 675.
This needs these buckets.
Yeah.
Probably the standard ones. I know
Yeah.
there are some slightly wider ones as well, but I think it would be the standard for me.
So you can have those seats heated and electrically adjustable with memory. You can have those on the car. As I say, you can have a full leather interior in the car. All of the carbon that you see, though, on the centre console and on the steering wheel is standard. What you have as an option on this car, though, is the carbon door inserts, which are quite attractive, and also the carbon around the rear of the cabin. Those are
just see that through.
Cost option on the car.
I think for me, I quite like it alcantara'd around the door, to be honest. So stick with that.
That's the question of choice.
I know there are 2 other tech things for the interior that are new versus 650S. One is the electric steering column.
Yeah, although that is available on 650S.
Oh yes, apologies. Yes, it is. It wasn't on my car.
At the same time. Yeah. And also we have the availability on the, I suppose you call it an interior option. It depends where you are in the car when you operate it, but there's a soft closing option now on 675 and 650. I
think that's a must. So when you close the doors, I mean this car doesn't have it, but if you closed it to here, it would sort of pull itself in just the last stretch.
Absolutely. So and it adds just about 110 grams to the weight of the car. So it's really nothing for those who are very keen on keeping the weight of the car down.
Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look around the rear, if I can get around the rear, just to show the cameras, because there's also the other camera I know of. You have the 2, one for the track telemetry pack, correct, and one for the reversing cameras.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so you definitely want that, because the last thing you want to do in the world is tap this carbon fibre rear against anything.
All of the carbon in the engine bay is standard fit, so that's all part of the price of the car.
Yeah, fantastic looking engine. And the new window that's held up by a carbon strut.
Exactly, yes.
Much harder to show off with at events and the like. No problem. Let's have a look in the driver's side while we're around here. Yeah, I think I need the electric steering column. Well, if you have the buckets, it makes sense to have the electric steering column. So it'll make it a little bit easier to get in. The steering wheel will raise itself up. Yeah. So what else do we have? We've got the carbon sills, don't we?
Sill panels, so those are part of the Club Sport Professional Pack, or available individually with the McLaren logo.
Yeah.
In terms of tyres, the car comes factory fitted with the new P0 Trofeo R tyre, but for those who are perhaps driving in lower temperatures on the road and that are we also make available the P0 tyre on this car.
I think, given that my car is going to be delivered in most likely October, I should probably put the standard tyres on it, given that I would like to go out and drive
it. The P0s.
Yeah, the standard P0.
Okay.
Trofeo R's possibly, if I have some sketchy weather, not the... and it's not bad.
No, it's still a road tyre, it's still approved for road use, but in your case, if you're taking delivery in Manchester...
Yes, right? McLaren Manchester, indeed.
Okay, so that would we all know what the weather's like up there.
Makes sense. Well, hopefully, the plan is to take the car immediately from day one off to some more interesting places.
Okay.
So that should be good. So I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm going for then. Lots of the gadgets, lots of the tech, the cameras, the hi-fi system upgrade, lots of the carbon fibre. I love the carbon fibre. The 10-spoke wheels in stealth, with the polished calipers. But a car that's, I guess, as the 675 LT goes, a little bit more road focused than track focused, so I can go out and drive the thing.
Yep.
Although with the buckets, because there's nothing quite like the excitement of driving a car
They're very
with the bucket
actually.
seats in it. They are absolutely fantastic from driving in this car, or one of these, and in the P1s. I've had enough experience to know that they're pretty good seats, even after long distances.
Absolutely.
So, thank you very much for joining and running over that. Really appreciated.
Pleasure.
It's time for me to run over some of the MSO specification. As well then as the standard specification, you know already that the car is going to be painted in the bespoke Cerulean Blue paintwork, but I've been to visit MSO, McLaren Special Operations, and added a couple of other touches to the car as well. Now I can't film there itself, it's a very mysterious and discreet place. That's kind of the style, but they will create and work on anything that you would like done to your car. So I wanted to bring a touch of the colour from the outside into the interior. I didn't want to go as much as having the whole seats, the whole leather portion of the seats done in a light blue. So what I've done is I brought in some light blue stitching around the driver and passenger zones in a matching colour to the exterior, and also had the 675 LT headrest embroidery done in light blue too. Now on top of that, there is going to be another touch of colour to the interior and some extra carbon fibre as well from MSO, but I'm keeping that one a little bit secret until the car is ready. And there is one other very, very cool little thing as well that I can't wait to show you, but that's all a secret for now. Now you know the specification then of my future 675 LT. I had a pretty good idea from the outset the sort of things I wanted, because a lot of it carries over from the 12C and the 650S, being based on the same P11 platform of course, but great to run over the new Meridian Hi-Fi, the track Telemetry Pack, all the new carbon fibre options, and finally be able to reveal to you what colour I had gone for, the Cerulean Blue. Now like I said before, I had been considering that colour ever since I saw that P1, then the 650S Spider in California. So it's so fantastic to be able to order a car in that colour. So a big thanks to MSO. So I'm really, really excited about all of that and the other options that I'm going to be showing you in due course. So of course, thanks to everyone for making this possible, and to Paul for coming along and showing me over the options and specification of the car that we've been looking at here, the chicane grey 675. Needless to say, I'm very, very excited about the delivery of the car that is not too far afield now, and I'm going to be showing you plenty more as we get a little bit closer, all the way through to some pretty awesome trips I have planned with it. So make sure you're subscribed and check out the other videos in this series, including my first drive on the press day with the 675. It's a spectacular car, and I can't wait to share with you plenty more driving adventures. That's it for now though, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers! It is my turn to drive. I'm going to be jumping on board the Delta Red 675 L.